last episode of Tech Talk, I covered my thoughts on the potential for iMessage on Windows. It was by far my most successful video on this channel so far, and I appreciate all the support and feedback I got from it. Reading through the comments, I did notice and agree that a lot of people said that it was unlikely to happen. But there is a new development. Last month at Microsoft's Build 2018 Developers Conference, they unveiled a new application for Windows called Your Phone. This application will bring your phone to your PC. Basically what it does is it connects to your messages, notifications, and it can access your most recent 25 photos from your camera roll. During the conference, it was unclear whether support for Your Phone would be restricted to Android or it would be open to iOS and Android. However, The Verge did an interview with a Microsoft executive in charge of the whole operation afterwards. She stated, quote, "We will actually have photos on iOS and notifications as well. Apple does make it a tad harder for messages, but we're willing to work with Apple." She also stated, "I want to do this in a supported way with a respect for the ecosystem we're building on, and at the same time, make it a delightful experience." She also stated that Microsoft plans to talk and work with Apple to try to get this feature working. Personally, for me, this would be great. Obviously, my whole last video talked about why, but my predictions for this, I'm not optimistic. I don't think Apple will open up messages. However, it potentially could happen. Microsoft has done a ton of collaboration with Apple in the past few years, opening up things like Office and enabling apps for Windows so that people are using their iPhones to work with Windows. So it very well might happen. Also, Google I/O just announced Android messages, and Android messages could overtake Apple's iMessage in popularity if they're able to get it on all these platforms before Apple does. Apple obviously should open messages up and allow Microsoft access on Your Phone. However, that may not happen, and Your Phone may launch with only message support for Android, with just notifications and photos working on iOS. I do think, however, that if enough people complain about this and say this is ridiculous when the application comes out in October or November, whenever they release it, that, people at Apple will come to terms with the fact that they're going to have to open up messaging and allow other applications to use and utilize it, because it just makes their software more useful. This definitely is one of the biggest pieces of news when it comes to this topic, and I'm definitely excited to see the end result. Apple did have their WWDC conference recently, and nothing was mentioned about support for this, which doesn't really surprise me. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens when this new build of Windows comes out. I will obviously be doing a video about it, talking about what works and what doesn't with iOS, and we will definitely keep you guys informed on all developments on this situation.